Today we're going to show you how to install a 4x4 rail post for a Trex Transcend rail system. This is a 4x4 post that's installed for our Trex rail system. What we do is we take an 8-foot 4x4 that's up on the deck. This is not pertaining to a step section, but up on a level deck. So you take a 8-foot 4x4, cut it in half, 48 inches, and then we put a mark from the top down 39 inches, and we set our post at 39 inches. That gives us the space for the sleeve and the trim ring and the cap, and then also the allowable connections for the railing and the proper gapping. From that point, we temporarily tack the 4x4 post in, and then we install our 2x10 blocking or 2x12, depending on what type of floor joist, behind the 4x4. We attach it through the sides, and then from that point we go down and we attach with our legs, and we'll show you from the bottom. To install the post or attach it properly, we run a timber lock 6-inch lag, which will go through our faceplate out here, through the post, and then into the back of the blocking. We chose Timberlock because they are actually rated for this, and they provide documentation to get your permit approved in your local township. Installing these lags, you need a proper drill, an impact. Milwaukee brand especially is able to run these lags in over and over again and doesn't let up. Other brands typically have issues with that. So I'll show you how to run this pattern in. One top, one bottom, one in the middle to the side. That's required for code. Prior to doing all that, make sure that your post is level. Now we'll show you how to install the picture frame. Obviously we pre-cut this. We cut out for our posts and then our 6x6 post as well. All these holes here were pre-drilled, screws set in. Most importantly, we have to watch and make sure that our ends are clean and butt up properly. Another thing you need to watch out for is you have to make sure that your spacing over the fascia board is going to be exactly the same all the way down. We set ours here today to 3/4 inch overhang. When you cut around these posts, you can leave a 1/4 inch gap spacing because you have your sleeve and your trim ring that comes down over that, which will cover and also allow for expansion contraction. Another thing you have to pay attention to when you're installing, putting a spacer for this first board. There's a couple different ways to do this. Our way of doing this is we face through the picture frame, and then we face screw the first row or the far side of the first board, and then we'll run our hidden fastener in after that. We use these spacers to make sure our gapping is straight all the way down. Also on the ends, we do that as well. On this particular application, we have a divider board in the middle, which keeps our separation there. So again, make sure that the spacer is keeping that gap and perfect and consistent. From this point, after you get your first your picture frame board set and then your first deck board set, now we're able to use the hidden fastener system. We have all the hidden fasteners placed inside the grooves. Now we'll take the next board, make sure the spacing's proper on the end there, push into the clips. Make sure it's tight against the clip, and hold pressure on the clip, push on the board and the clip at the same time. Use the right drill. As you work down the board, make sure you keep pressure on the clip. Keep an eye on the clips back here, make sure the gapping stays the same. You don't want it to be open on one spot and closed on the other. Start to get an inconsistent look coming down the board. One of the most important things you want to remember about installing these clips and the hidden fastener system and Trex decking is when you put these clips in, you want to make sure that you don't tighten them all the way. You want to make sure you leave some space and some gap in there. Reason being, after you put in 2 rows, you'll go back and tighten the first row. So you'll go 2 boards, go back 2, and then you'll lock this down. Now, if these 2 boards are in place, we'll come back and finish running the screw. So again, Next board goes in. After we get our fasteners in here, placed in loosely, we'll go back 2 and tighten that row up. And you do that consistently all the way down until you finish the run. That gives you the ability to put the board in and you won't fight the board, because if you tighten this all the way down and then try to put that board in, you'll have a very hard time getting that set. And then also you'll create gaps and inconsistencies, and the structure won't lock down the way that it needs to. So because our deck is over 20 feet, we wanted to try to stay within a 20-foot deck board. This also adds design to the deck. Putting a divider board in place gives us that ability to, 1, add more design, and then 2, use a 20-foot deck board when it was a little bit over 20 foot. In order to do that, typically what we do is we will run this section over and we'll chalk a line so it's a straight cut coming down through. If you don't do that, a lot of times the edge of the deck board will have an angle or be inconsistent, and it doesn't have a straight line, which in turn is unacceptable. So what we did on this side, we showed you the chalk line. We set the first board and we cut that to the proper length, leaving a 1/4 inch gap on each side for when our divider board goes in. So as you can see, we started there and we also chalked down here. So that chalk line will get cut. Again, that leaves our 1/4 inch gap. I'll show you after I cut how the divider board just goes in place and completes the package. Now you can see after we made our cut, we installed our divider board. Now we're just installing the color matching screws using a chisel or something of the like to kind of get our gapping and spacing in between here even, and we'll work all the way down, attach it, and that will be the finished product. If you'd like to watch the video of how to install Trex Transcend rails, go back into our archive and we have a video step-by-step process on how to do so.